Hey everybody, welcome back to the Court of Random Opinion. I'm Lauren Neidigh, and I'm here with my friend Omar the Tilted Lawyer.
What's up, young lady?
So you kind of disappeared on everyone for a little bit there.
I've been
Uh,
busy.
and I gotta tell you, when you don't warn people about that, I get a lot of messages, like a lot of messages. And by the way, my camera's gonna be off tonight, guys. I'm not upstairs at my desk. I'm downstairs on my couch. So,
Well,
um, yeah, you can see me later. It's fine. But you disappeared, and so I get like 4 or 5 messages that day, I think, on Instagram, like, "Is Omar okay? I'm worried something bad happened. Is Omar okay? Where's Omar?" I'm just like, I don't know.
no,
I don't
Omar's
know."
fine. I have a lot of work going on, and so I had to kind of go into focus mode.
Yeah.
I'm very much in I'm in my mode, to put it that way. So I kind
Yeah,
of I
right.
shut down the Instagram, um, social media, got off of all of that,
Yeah.
and tried to focus for an extended period of time. And so now we're coming out of it, and so I'm here with you. And anyway, I missed you. I couldn't stay away from a stream of Kachi earlier, and I
Yeah.
think we came away with a new name for somebody, Muley Cunt. A
Yeah.
Muley Cunt.
I
You
mean,
gotta
yeah,
give that to someone proper.
that's thoughtful, I guess. I'll keep that one. I don't know who I'm gonna give it to yet. Um, yeah, so this thing with the deposition today, we don't know much about it, but I know that people were um saying, it depends on which side of the which side of the line you're on here, but people who, don't like Justin very much and they tend to believe more Blake's side of the story are saying like her harasser like showed up and he just surprised her out of nowhere and stuff like that. And that's not
No, it's
what
not at all.
happened. That's
Yeah,
not what happened.
yeah. No, she knew that he was gonna be there.
Right.
I'm sure it's been disclosed. He has a right to be there for one. He's a party. The parties to the case have a right to be there. You can't just kick him out. And
Right.
so that's
That's
why when all these
normal.
deposition motions were going down back and forth about, oh, she needs this, she needs that, whatever. Like Stewart said something is like, I don't give a shit. Like, give her whatever she wants. We're doing the deposition anyway. You're not backing out of the deposition. And lo
Yeah.
and behold, it happened today. As Justin Baldoni was looking at her lovingly in the eyes,
No way.
just like that movie, and
No way.
which I still haven't seen, by the way, but maybe tonight's the
Yeah.
night. You never know.
Tonight is, I mean, if you wanna watch it tonight, let me know what you think, but I don't think you're gonna watch it tonight, I'm gonna say it.
Unlikely.
That's not in my bingo card.
Not on mine
Um,
either.
Maybe I'll force you to watch it some other time, we'll see.
We'll see.
Um, but yeah, she knew that he was gonna be there, because the judge also ordered when he said that she could have the deposition where he ordered them to tell her who was gonna be at the deposition, which it sounded like they already kinda did, so, like, I
Yeah.
don't know what that was kind of just, like, for publicity, I guess, when they were complaining about, "Oh, Wayfair needs to tell us who's gonna be there." It sounds like they did,
Yeah.
because when they responded, they were like, "We said it's gonna be some certain of the Wayfair parties, like 2 of the Wayfair parties or 3 or something like that."
Well,
And
one
then,
thing we know about the lively parties is that they're little divas over there, little litigation divas. They want all of the accommodations and they want to offer none themselves. And so they're
yeah,
very selfish lovers over there at the and on the lively side.
yeah,
And so yeah, they had wind of who was going to be there. They knew Justin was going to be there. That's not the big headline. He was always going to be there, and he had a right to be. You can't just deprive him of attendance because he makes you uncomfortable.
right.
So it went down. Whether or not it leaks out or not is another question. It hasn't so far.
That's what I was gonna
Um,
ask you. How common is it for stuff like this to like come out? Because it doesn't. I know it's not supposed to be
yeah.
public at all, right? So, but are they allowed to reference it in documents and stuff?
Oh, of course they can reference. Well, here's what happens. So they have a transcriber there, like a court reporter
Hmm.
that transcribes the entire proceedings. Isn't it weird? Like in 2025, like we have like manual people that are like typing everything everybody says. Like we
Yeah,
have
a little bit.
AI. We could just record it, you know. Um, but that's what happened. And so what happens is they generate a transcript and then they give it to both sides to review because these are documents that are going to be referenced at trial, presumably. Like if you're going to impeach somebody based on what they said at deposition, we're going to consult the transcript. And so both sides have the opportunity to review word for word what was said. And if there's any discrepancies, they got like a certain period of time to object. And if no objections, then this is the official transcript. They both sign off on it and then it's
Hmm.
done. So there's transcripts of it. The easiest thing to leak is going to be a transcript. I don't think any of the attorneys would do that. You'd have to, I don't know, maybe one of the paralegals, maybe one of the secretaries or the interns or something,
Yeah.
may inadvertently leak something like that, or purposefully, I don't know. But I'm willing to bet that Friedman's team is going to play ball. They're not going to risk
No, I don't
drawing
think
any
so.
further ire of Judge Lyman over there.
No, no way.
I wouldn't put it past the Wayfair or the Lively parties to maybe leak some of this stuff because they think it's going to be good for their side.
Could
And
be, yeah.
then when we get a hold of it and we start dissecting it, and makes it has the opposite effect. And
Yeah.
you know, they've done stuff like that before.
Well, I mean, they kind of shot themselves in the foot lately too, because they basically lied twice in documents
Oh, I
about all
know.
these subpoenas and stuff, saying that
Right.
we were on some list, and then Wayfair called their bluff.
I don't think
Uh,
they understand the power of content creators, you know?
I don't know, man.
They don't understand the fact that you are independent journalists. That's just Laura Neidigh. Whether or not you like it, you are an independent journalist, content creator. You're quoted in international media, the Daily Mail over in the UK. You have
Yeah.
24,000 subscribers or something. People listen to what you want to say. You're being subpoenaed by Blake Lively because she thinks you've conspired with the Wayfair parties to smear Blake Lively's name. And, you know, you have power that regular media will never have ever again, which is it's gotten to the point where regular media, like the standard ABC, Fox, NBC, whatever, whoever you listen to, CNBC, CNN, with 3 N's, nobody pays too much attention to them anymore. I mean, some people do. They're usually over 60 years old. That's just all
Yeah.
they know. But this new generation that's growing up, they get their content largely from independent media. And so your ability to sway public perception, in a lot of ways, outweighs some of the mainstream media outlets. Not completely, but it's certainly a tangible public relations weapon that holds a lot of clout. And you know that because Lively felt the need to unsurreptitiously try to shake the cage of 60 random
Oh,
content creators.
it's 107 now.
Oh, Jesus Christ, where have I been? 107?
Yeah.
And it's largely backfired. I mean, if not completely, because you saw like in full living color a blatant misrepresentation that, hey, we went after these creators because of the communication records that we derived from Discovery from the Wayfarer parties.
Right.
There was like 3 out of the, I guess, 107 now, which means the other ones were chosen at random. Were they chosen at random, or was it because you were rattling somebody's cage a little bit too loud in a way that pissed off Ponytail over there? Ryan
Ponytail?
Reynolds.
Oh God.
I
Why
guess
is he
Lively could be
ponytail?
Ponytail too, but well, both of them. The Ponytails, the
All
Care
right,
Bears,
it works.
the Muley cunts.
Yeah, God. So they're the lawyers when they're talking to these news outlets, because now they're picking it up. Hang on,
Yeah.
we need more than talk about this really quick. Let me pull this up. Okay, this is not. I did not ask for this level of attention ever, but here we are. So
Oh God.
yeah, right, exactly. So they're talking about my letter to the judge that I wrote after they withdrew the subpoena,
Yeah.
which I actually wrote before he ruled on the motions to quash and rendered them moot. So
Yeah.
they're talking about this, and then I'm looking at what her reps are saying, because they're saying the same thing every time, of course. But it's just kind of like stupid, like a stupid blanket statement that doesn't really mean anything to me. So they say, there's no silencing. They're obviously making their views known. Yeah, of course I am, you dumbass. This is a sexual harassment and retaliation lawsuit against Justin Baldoni and a number of other Wayfair defendants, and we are simply seeking information to aid in our fact gathering. Okay, but you don't have any legal standing to seek the information that you're seeking, like my credit card number,
Yeah.
for your fact gathering. That has nothing to do with sexual harassment and retaliation. They're
I
not even
thought that
saying this. They're not even really saying smear campaign here. They're saying retaliation, which they're calling it, I guess,
right.
retaliatory. But they're just these are just words. This doesn't mean anything. This is not meaningful at all to the issue that we're talking about here.
No, 100%. Like I mean, we gauged that from the very beginning, like, I don't think that you or I or any of the other people that we regularly talk to who comment on this case were fooled by what this really was. They weren't looking for evidence of a smear campaign.
Right.
They knew there wasn't. We've been hearing a lot of noise that Ryan Reynolds is the one that's kind of behind a lot of some of the weirder decisions that the legal team has made. I don't know how true that is or
I
not.
don't either.
But I've always thought that this was an attempt to chill the speech of independent content creators that were being a little bit too mean to Blake Lively. And then they would throw in a couple of other randoms, which didn't make any sense to me. Hey, this random astrologer that might have made a video or two about this case that has 38 subscribers. Let's just throw her in there like the token random one, to make it look like we're not specifically targeting the loudest of the bunch. You know what I mean? And the loudest of the bunch is like literally like, you're one of them, obviously. Obviously,
Zach
Andy
and Donna and Dave are all like much, higher profile than me though on this. So
I know, but then I wonder why they didn't subpoena Dana. What was that about?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
If they got Zach, I would have thought, or did they get Zach?
No.
He got fake subpoenaed. I remember that.
Yeah.
Well, they got Andy. They didn't get Dana. They didn't get me. They didn't get 2 lawyers. There's some lawyers that they subpoenaed, but they were not U.S. based. Like Leanne got subpoenaed, right?
Right.
Yeah. I don't know of any U.S.-based subpoena.
Spiritual Shift from Twitter, she is, I believe, U.S.
What about Not Actually Golden? Didn't she get subpoenaed?
No. She does commentary on it, but she didn't actually get a subpoena.
I saw her going off on some folks like last week. It's like, what happened? But then I had to get to work, and so I couldn't watch it. I don't know, but she was mad at people.
I've always found her to be, fine. I think she's cool.
They're like, no, I think that she was mad at like people that were leaving comments on her channel, not like at anybody in particular.
Okay.
Yeah, but she was like making this angry post, and I was wondering, hoping she was okay.
Yeah, I think she's fine. I avoid when there's conflict between people. I'm like running away from that, so I have no idea.
Yeah,
if it has something to do with that. What's that?
So you and me both nowadays.
Yeah, it's safer to do that.
You learn your lesson. You live and learn. What could you do?
Yeah. Anyways, that was I just somebody sent me that tonight, and I was just like, oh, good. My mom's friends are gonna have some more questions.
Oh God, you're like reading material now at the hair salon.
Yeah, right. It's weird, man. That's so
it is
weird.
Kind of weird.
Like I didn't ask for that, but
embrace it. Embrace it.
Just write a letter to a federal judge. It's fine.
Hey, but you put yourself out there. You became the object of public fodder.
Yeah, I guess so.
It could be the complete opposite. And so embrace it when it's here. You'll miss it when it's gone.
Yeah. So we've had a few more people come onto this, and like Perez Hilton has filed a couple things now. We've got Andy filed a motion to quash in Florida. We've got we had 3 Jane Does in the last couple days that filed to quash. And they're pretty much withdrawing whenever somebody files a motion to quash. But as far as the Jane Does, I don't know if they are doing that yet or if they're about to do that. With Andy, I don't think they will, because they're obviously asking Andy for much different stuff. He was subpoenaed like personally. They not just through Google. So they subpoenaed him.
But I feel like with him, there's a lot more.
Yeah.
There's at least some rational basis why they would subpoena him. He's got like relationships with some of the parties.
Well, he's not like relationships per se, but he's talked to them, asked for comment and stuff like that.
Well, that's what I mean. Like he's had interaction, like actual interaction with them, as opposed to you who have not. Decidedly not. Right. Other than like you asked for like a quote once, and I think that's what she said.
Perez just filed something in Vegas for it. Yeah, so Perez filed his motion to quash in Las Vegas.
Oh boy,
I haven't read it yet, but he just said it, I guess.
Is Perez out in Vegas?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, right. I think that's where he lives. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
Vegas is a ripoff nowadays, man. It's not a good vacation spot.
Really? Well, I mean, you went there with your kids, though.
No, it's not. It's like way overpriced. It's it's not the same Vegas that it used to be.
I went with my family back in like 2016.
I mean, it was still all right back then. 2017.
Cool. I haven't been back since, except I went to a swim meet there. That doesn't count.
Of course he did. Of course it was a swim meet.
We had UNLV was on the schedule. Yeah. Yeah. That was a lifetime ago.
I miss the Waymos. Those things are amazing.
Yeah.
They don't have them where I live.
Right. I know they don't have them here either, but I don't really have to go much
No,
anywhere.
that's true. Like, what do I use it for over here? But still, like,
Yeah.
it's just, it's kind of like, what if I'm like on my way to court and I just want to like read my notes on the way there? It'd be
Yeah.
nice.
I mean, you could do that with a person driving you, you know? I can get
I'm
you,
not that
my
fancy.
boyfriend from the Uber.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want an
Yeah.
Uber girlfriend. No,
Yeah,
I do not.
right.
Or boyfriend for that matter.
Yeah. Uh, alright. So these, requests now that people are putting in, they're also including sanctions and protective order. Can you speak to, like, how often is it that sanctions for something like this would be granted? Because I've
I
heard it's, like,
mean,
not very likely, but I know
if
we
you
all
ask
ask for
my
it anyway.
yeah, if you ask my personal opinion,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's sanctionable because they've withdrawn it.
Yeah.
However, you guys, a lot of you, um, banded together and hired attorneys, spent money, had your lives disrupted, even if it was just the issuance of a subpoena.
Yeah.
You guys were necessarily affected by it. Should there be a consideration for whether or not
Yeah.
this was an act to chill free speech? I don't think you all have enough evidence to put forth because they withdrew it. Like
Right.
they issued these subpoenas. There were like dozens of objections to it, and motions for protective orders, motions to quash. All of them saying essentially the same thing. This is overbroad. This is intrusive. This is unnecessary. No legal
Mhm.
basis. No offer of proof. And then they just withdrew them,
Yeah.
which is kind of a normal process of discovery. And so technically, they kind of did what they were supposed to do. What sucks about it is, and luckily not you because you kind of did this on your own, which I
Right.
kind of told you, like, you don't need a lawyer for this. And I'm glad you didn't get a lawyer for this.
No,
Um,
fuck that.
but you did
Like,
really
that's
well.
too much money for something that's so stupid.
Yeah. I don't think, did Cassidy have a lawyer for hers?
No. She
He
didn't.
put together like an amazing letter to the judge
Yeah.
regarding people withdrawing or the lively parties withdrawing their subpoenas and making it moot this protective order, which, I feel like if they're quashing all the subpoenas anyway, they're kind of self-correcting course. Are they realistically going to keep on going after random content creators? I'm not sure. I doubt it.
Well,
It'd be
they
weird.
are I mean, they're only withdrawing the ones for people who have filed a quash. So they're
Oh, is
gonna
that
have to
right?
keep yeah, so they're gonna have to keep dealing because, like I said, 107 people, and they've
Oh,
withdrawn, like, less than 10?
oh, is that right?
Yeah.
What's the common denominator between the people that have had theirs withdrawn?
They either had attorneys or they filed a motion to quash.
Oh, so they actually did something.
Yeah.
Right. Is there any motions to quash that are still pending?
Yes. At least 3.
Okay. And in those
Um,
motions, are there
but
um
these for the 107 people, I'm assuming that we haven't heard from a lot of people because the subpoenas probably went out later than ours did, and so they
I
weren't
see.
notified yet, and so we won't know
Okay.
until they file something.
I mean, I guess we'll see, but just experience tells me that they're probably not going to get sanctioned. There's probably not going to be the issuance of a protective order because they have a
Yeah.
right to look for stuff, and if they're filing subpoenas and they're determining there's nothing there and withdrawing them appropriately after meeting and conferring, that's kind of what you do in discovery. And so, is it shitty? Yeah. Do I think that there was ulterior motives? Yeah, I do. The fact that there's 109 of them. I mean, my biggest question is, what offer of proof did you have to
There
subpoena
was
these specific content creators?
nothing. They never answered the question. They never
I
said they
know,
gave
which
anything,
is
you know?
which is kind of the point because there's an answer to that question. There's a best answer
Yeah.
to that question. Like
There's an answer to the question, but
there's a what should they have done before subpoenaing these content creators, and then there's just well, we just got gung ho when we suspected these people because they could say something like this. Well, I don't want to. Not that I'm helping their case or anything. They all had like this common thread of speech. They're all saying the same things. It seemed like the same things that Wayfair was instructing people to say before the litigation. Now they're continuing after the litigation. And so therefore, those common tie-ins, we had to subpoena them because we didn't want to tip them off because of, I don't know, however they want to word it. They're going to have some rational basis for doing it. And it's going to sound like bullshit, but it's going to be just enough to cause the judge not to do anything. I honestly don't think the judge wants anything to do with this.
I could rip that reasoning apart, but I'm tired of it, so I'm
Oh,
not
I know.
going to.
I didn't say it was a good reason. Of
Yeah.
course, you could rip it apart. I'm just saying they're going to come up with some bullshit reason why, that is going to be just good enough. It's not going to hold water with anybody that has any modicum of logic, but it's going to be just enough to
Yeah.
avoid real penalties. Now, do I think that they've abused the subpoena process? Oh yeah, like since when was the Van Zandt thing? Like September of last year.
You know what? I don't even remember the date on that now. I guess it probably was September. Yeah.
Something like August or September. Yeah, this is like common practice for them. They run right up of the fringes of what's acceptable in litigation, and they exploit it.
Right.
And so, do they ever get in trouble for it? No, they haven't even gotten in trouble for the Van Sham thing, the evidence laundering issue. Why in the God's name would they get in trouble for this?
Right. I mean, I don't know if he's really, because they had to compel that stuff from Van Zandt. I don't know if they've really done anything with that yet, because they were waiting for them to produce all that stuff.
Yeah, well, I don't know either. I mean, we really just have to wait on that, and I don't know if they're going to do anything with it. Maybe they just don't think it's worth it.
I'm gonna say they probably will, but we'll see.
I mean, I've been thinking they're going to do something with it. As more and more time passes, how long ago was that motion to compel granted? Was it over 30 days?
I don't know. Let me see.
I mean, not to put you on the spot or anything, but the longer this goes on without them doing anything, I'm of two minds. I'm starting to think that there's nothing valuable to gain from it in their defense. And number two, they just don't have enough to do what they want to do. And really, what would be the main goal? To make certain evidence inadmissible? Maybe if they make that evidence inadmissible, it's going to take away some of their ammunition for defense to impeach certain things, potentially. I mean, I don't know. I'm really speculating.
I'm trying to find the date. It was late. It was like end of June or beginning of July, I think.
That sounds about right.
So I'm looking at it's the Jones docket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. Oh well. It's somewhere around that time frame. So.
Oh Jesus.
You good?
I think I'm catching something.
Yeah, well, I didn't give it to you. I swear to God, because.
Oh, I hope not. It'd be a weird strand of infectious disease have made all the way across country.
Well, I just assumed I passed it to you through your dad.
Jesus Christ.
Welcome back.
What kind of incest joke is that?
All right.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I didn't have too much else I wanted to talk about other than that tonight. There was. So I don't know if you were around when Jed Wallace and his business street relations were dismissed from the suit without prejudice. Sorry.
Yeah, I saw that, and they refiled.
She did her second amended last night. So they're trying to establish this jurisdiction in New York. Sure. So she put in some Instagram posts in her complaint that show that she was in New York or something.
Right.
How strong is that?
It's evidence.
All right.
It's evidence that they're trying to use to establish a jurisdictional tie to New York.
Jed Wallace doesn't use social media.
Yeah.
And celebrities don't usually post in real time.
Remind me, where does Jed Wallace live?
Texas.
And his claim was that he only does business in Texas. He rarely travels. Like he was in California, but never in New York, if I recall.
Yeah, I think he said never in New York. You're right.
So what's the jurisdictional tie-in then to New York to drag him to the Second Circuit?
That's what I'm confused about.
Oh, well, I'd have to read it. I haven't had time to read.
Yeah, I won't put you through all that tonight. But when you do, I'll ask you again.
Well, we'll certainly look forward to that, Lauren.
Right.
Stay tuned for a dense jurisdictional discussion on the Second Circuit and how you could be pulled in.
Man. I could read it word for word for everybody again. That would be fine.
Oh, well, at least when you do, then it's like you drop a lot of funny C words.
Yeah, so her second amendment complaint obviously was like her first amendment complaint, but just like with a little bit added in. And I was going over that again. I remembered when we were doing that back in February, and I was up until like 5:30 in the morning doing that.
By the way, I'm really proud of you because that used to be like all of your content. I'm just going to read this legal document word for word, and it's going to be like 90% of my shows.
Okay, but word for word, yes, but there were a lot of other words that I was bringing to the equation. Let's not forget that.
Yeah. And then you started to learn, like, hey, maybe I don't need to read all of this shit. Like maybe not all of this is important. And then you started to catch your stride. It was kind of cool to watch. Like you
Yeah.
grew as a content creator with this case.
Thanks.
But I do remember those marathon streams, like that famous one, the 9-hour one. Like when I came
It
on,
was like 6 hours. It was not 9 hours. It was
bro,
6
it was
hours.
9. I remember I was here at the office at 5 p.m. I was like, yeah, I gotta go. And then I left. And then I checked YouTube and it was like 10:30 at night. And I'm like, are you still doing this shit? And I jumped on again. And then you kept on going for until like midnight. It's like, yeah, I'm not doing this. Sorry, Lauren, I gotta go. Bye. Love you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I remember that. It was a while. It was a
Oh,
while. That was a long night.
it was a long night, but you were determined. And hey, it worked out.
I told you. I was like, I'm not gonna stop this until it's done. And you're like, you're not gonna do that.
I
And then
did
what did I
say you
do?
weren't gonna do it, and god damn it. Didn't you
Yeah.
prove me wrong?
Only because you said that. I probably would have stopped.
I would have forgiven you for stopping though, you know?
I wouldn't have forgiven myself.
Oh,
No, that's
I
dramatic.
understand.
I know. All right, guys. I think that's all I got in me for tonight. Unless there's something else you wanted to run over, but
No, it was just good to stream with you again. I feel like it's been a long time. Well, it's been since last week, I guess, isn't it?
yeah, last couple weeks have been pretty hit and miss.
Yeah.
Hit or miss.
Yeah, there's been all kinds of stuff going on with me, you know, including some of the cases that have been piling on my desk. And so I had to kind of shut down for a little bit.
Well, I just got sick too, so I was trying not to be up too late every night, you know?
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I've been fighting that off, you know, and
Right.
oh, crazy world. But it's good to be back as just the tilted lawyer sometimes, you know?
Yeah. Well, if anyone else asks, I'll tell them you were in a fiery car crash.
Definitely. It's my ghost that is continuing the channel.
Yeah, right. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later.
Folks. We love you all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.